Okay, so today I'm thinking about South Bay County Jail, and this was back in 1991. This was right after I got transferred from Old County Jail. So we have to go back for the people who ain't caught up. You need to go back to the older videos. I believe the first one is what is the first one? Oh, 1991 SD Old County Jail. That's the first one. Number two is Hoods to Snow Rock. Number three is SD County Jail 1991. Number four is San Diego Jail WhiteCRIP versus Blood. And number five is SD Jail 1991 Transfer. So this is right after that. This is right after I got transferred from Old County Jail to South Bay. And you know what I'm saying, the people who are already up, you know what I'm saying, you guys already know that I'm in the hole right now. I just, you know what I'm saying, I got into it as soon as they put me in the tank with the white tank captain. And he said something, and you gotta go watch the last one. At least watch that one. That's SD Jail 1991 Transfer. But anyway, so now this one will be number 6, and if we are keeping up, I went to the hole after I took off on the tank captain. So a brief rundown on the hole. The hole is a special detention facility for the people that can't act right in a group environment. Some are in for mental issues, some are in for bad acting, not following rules and fighting and doing things they're not supposed to do. Bad acting. Some are PC. PC is protective custody. Protective custody is the people who are like child molesters and snitches, and people don't want to be involved in the prison politics and the stuff that goes on. So they go to what the police created for them, which was protective custody, which now it's evolved into SNY. And SNY stands for Sensitive Needs Yard. So that means you got special needs or you're protective custody. Either way, it's it's just all bad. When I was there, things was different. You know what I mean? I don't knock nobody. You know what I mean? If that's what you got to do, you know what I'm saying? That's your business. You know what I mean? But each to his own. You know what I mean? It's there are rules, and you know what I'm saying. You're supposed to go by the rules. I didn't always go by the rules, so I don't. I can't really knock nobody. So in the hole, you're in a cell. It's cold. You know what I mean? They got the vent blowing 90 going north, so it's cold wind coming up in there all the time. And they got another vent sucking air out because I was in an underground facility, so we had recycled air. And so in South Bay, I'm in the hole, and you're in a room by yourself. You have a light that never goes off so that they can always see you, so that you don't, hang yourself or do something, And it happens, it happens, but at the same time, it's, you know, there have been, officers that'll help you, if that's what you want to do. So, when you're in the hole, you don't have clothes. You have a pair of socks, you have a pair of drawers, and you have two pair of drawers, two t-shirts, and two pair of socks. So that's the thing. You're supposed to, according to the rules, you're supposed to get a shower every 72 hours. That's every 3 days. you get a shower. But in your cell, there's a sink and a toilet. So you can use the bathroom whenever you want, but there's a sink. So people in prison, I can't speak on everybody in prison, but I had home training. So the people who didn't have home training was up in there living like cavemen. I don't get down like that. Every day I bathe, I wash myself. So I get in that sink and I'm saying, I learned this, through time, but if this is all you have, this is all you got. And then sometimes, I'm saying, you ain't got no hot water. And you know what I'm saying, throwing that cold water on you, wind blowing, it's cold, you don't want to. But you got to get up in there, you got to hit them spots, it's going to be funky up in there. And I can't be walking around smelling like old aardvark ass. But that's just me, though. Each to his own, do your thing. Uh, so I bird bath. That's what we call it. Taking a bird bath. So you in there, and then sometimes, sometimes you have a mattress, sometimes you're sleeping on concrete. It depends on the facility, and I done been to every ADSEG, which is administrative segregation. I done been to every hole to every prison. I done been to every hole on every facility that I done been to. Was I a bad actor? Sometimes. But for the most time, for the most part, I was defending myself. I had a little extenuating circumstances when because I wasn't going along with the rules. That's the thing. I wasn't going along with the rules, so there is a repercussion for every action. For every action, there's an equal and equivalent reaction. So, do what they say: what goes around comes back around. Uh, I sat in the hole this time. This was my first time for almost 2 weeks. Then they pulled me out and put me in a room full of pigs, officers, the lieutenants or whoever. I'm saying. At the time I don't know the structure. I'm saying. At the time I don't care. At the time I just want out. Let me go. You know what I mean? But I didn't know. I'm saying I would be going to prison. So I sat in the hole for almost 2 weeks. Sorry, let me get back. I'm in here for armed robbery. If you haven't seen the other ones, I'm facing, going to court and trying to see what's going to happen. Never, my first time. And I went through the steps with the legal system and got railroaded. It was clean and efficient. They did it nicely. But so we're not on that right now. Let's get back on this. So I was in the hole for 2 weeks, and then they put me in the room with all these officers, and now they're talking about, well, he's a white crip, and I'm just sitting in the chair, cuffed up, waiting to find out what this is all about, what's going to happen, they gonna give me more time? What they gonna do? Put me in jail? Send me to prison? Oh no. To me, jail is jail. Wherever you're at, you're in jail. So if you're in some kind of lockup, you're going to lock me up. Do I have a control over that? Can I say, no, I don't want to be locked up? Well, I tried to, and that didn't work. The police just laughed at me and locked the door. Anyway, so they're up in there talking about the situation and what happened, and the officers. I guess one of the officers was there because he told exactly what happened, and he said, the tank captain was talking to me, and I just hit him. Why did I hit him? I ain't got nothing to say. I have the right to remain silent. I have the right to have an attorney present. I don't know what's going on, but I know. Shut up. Don't say nothing. So I won't say nothing. And the cops ask me questions. I'm just looking at them like they stupid. And so the lieutenant, he's like, oh, you a tough guy. And you know what I'm saying, I'm not a tough guy. I just don't know, what well, I know, you know what I'm saying, my group, Crips, we ain't fuck with the police. We ain't talking to the police. We ain't, we ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't know if you recording me. I don't know, all these people in this room, I'm sitting in a chair backwards with some cuffs on and some drawers and a t-shirt. I don't know what the hell is going on. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? I don't know. So then it was like, well, we could just keep him in the hole until the court figures out what to do with him. Do you want to stay in the hole? So I shook my head. Nope. So you want to go out there because you can't go out there as a Crip. The whites ain't gonna allow you to go out there as a Crip. I just shake my head again. Okay, here, back to this. Can you communicate with me and tell me? So the cop's trying to get me to talk to him, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of scared, and I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm young, you know what I'm saying, but I'm, I'm a dumbass. You know what I mean? I do not like the police. I done been, you know what I'm saying, in several altercations. I done had the police, you know what I'm saying, drag me out of a car by my hair, beat me up, make me piss on myself, and then take my car keys and throw them into the canyon. And then tell me, well, we're going to let you go. You know, but that's just my experience. That's not everybody's. So I don't want to deal with the police. So the the administration, they're trying to figure out what to do with me. And again, they're trying to tell me that the whites aren't going to allow me to be a Crip and being here in prison. How do they have control over me? I'm a grown ass man. You don't tell me what to do. You know what I mean? Man, look, I don't know how other people do it. Uh, the police said we can't protect you. That's when I speak up. I ain't never asked you to. And then the guy that's been getting heated, he's the one who speaks up now and says, just put him in 2A. See how he likes it there. So I don't know what 2A is, you know what I'm saying, but okay, put me in 2A. So the next day, I go back to my cell, I'm not sure what they're going to do with me. The next day, they call me, tell me to roll up. I grab my little two sheets and a blanket and toilet paper and, my socks and drawers. And that's all I got. And some papers that, my court papers. And I go to 2A. I was ready to go. I've been up in the whole exercise of trying to stay warm because it's cold. And I was feeling kind of good. I was feeling kind of strong. I've been in county jail for a couple, like 2 months now. So I've been doing my little push-ups. And muscles waking up, and I'm young, so I'm ready for whatever. Uh, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to brag. I'm scared because I don't know what's coming, but I'm ready to face it. They put me in the elevator, and I go downstairs, even down lower. The elevator opens, and the walls and doors in front of me are all glass or the bulletproof plexiglass, whatever. But it's just all open, so everybody turns and is looking at me like, what I mean? I'm the show right now. The door buzzes and the cop in the booth tells me to step inside. I'm really nervous, but I step inside and pretend like, I'm saying, I'm not. A big, swole black guy walks up to me with a clipboard in his hand. He asks me my name, and I say Snow Rock. I'm from NeighborHOOD. His eyes get big, and he smiles and says, "Wait here." I don't know what the joke is. So I'm looking around, you know what I'm saying? You know, people looking at me, you know what I mean, checking out. They got the phones over here, they got the TV area over here, they got a bunch of tables, you know what I'm saying? They got an area upstairs, you know what I'm saying, with another table and TV area, and then a long, you know what I'm saying, tier, and then the stairs in the back, and the showers on this side. So, okay, the police, you know what I'm saying, in this booth, and they can see, you know what I'm saying, upstairs and the downstairs. This is their little crow's nest to look over and watch what we're doing. So the black dude, you know what I'm saying, the big swole dude, he goes over to a cell and he goes and knocks on the door and then opens up the door, steps inside. So I'm standing there looking around, you know what I mean, trying not to let people know that I'm scared of the motherfucker. I don't know who he going to get, you know what I mean, but I'm ready for whatever. And then out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying, he comes back out and the door opens up, he comes out and then two people are following him. The first dude I don't recognize, but he's, you know what I'm saying, he's a youngster, he's black, you know what I mean, but he's smiling. And then the one behind him, that's the homie that I grew up with. He's no longer active, let's say. And you know what I'm saying, but he was there. So, you know what I'm saying, they come over, you know what I'm saying, I get embraced. Oh, what's up, homie? I mean, ooh, what they get you for? Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Okay. The one that came up smiling, he introduced himself to me. This is my co-defendant, my crime partner, guy that I, you know what I'm saying, I'm accused of robbing a drug dealer with. This is his brother. So he's heard about me because from his brother. So, so now we finally get to meet. Oh yeah, what's up, man? So the tank captain, big swole dude's like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Look, where we gonna put him? And then True Dog, that's you know what I'm saying, my crime partner's partner's brother. And True Dog, you know what I'm saying, from West Coast Crips. True Dog's like, man, put him up in my cell. So he's like, cuz we over here, you know what I mean? So I got my little roll, you know what I'm saying? I take it up there, you know what I mean, But on my way up there, you know what I'm saying, with him, I see the other homie go over to the white boys. There's four white boys at the table. They're playing cards. And he hollering at them. So I stop and I turn around. And Trudeau's like, what you doing? I'm like, let's go over here. So we go over walking up where the white boys was. And then the white boys see me coming with Trudeau. And then, you know what I'm saying, G-Rock sees me and he says, nah, y'all go that way. So he's hollering at the dude, you know what I mean? We got to go up there, you know what I mean? Get on, put my stuff on the rack, you know what I mean? Making my bed, you know what I mean? True Dog, me talk about this and that. Yeah, woo, 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 you know what I'm saying? A few minutes later, True Dog Sally comes, but he's older. He from LA. He from Santa Ana Watergate. A brother named Silky Slim. Older. He's a G. So, you know what I mean? We youngsters. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? He comes up in the cell and he's like, what's up, cuz? Where you from? So I'm like, I'm from NeighborHOOD CRIP, 41 block. You know what I mean? Woo, woo, woo. So, you know what I mean? Okay, well, check this out, man. You know what I mean? Them white boys ain't going to be happy about you here. So, you know what I mean? We going to have to get you something, you know what I'm saying, get you straight. Look, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Now, True Dog is standing here, you know what I'm saying? He's like, man, look, anytime you go to the shower, you got to have one of the homeboys watching your back. You know what I mean? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The white boys gonna be waiting for a chance. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna give them one. If they come, they better come correct, and we gonna wear their ass out. So I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? He just, you know what I'm saying, giving it to me, you know what I'm saying, telling me how it is, this is the way it's gonna be, this is what we gonna do, you know what I mean, So then G-Rock come up there, you know what I mean, and he's like, you know what I'm saying, oh man, you know what I'm saying, so-and-so, woo. The white boys say they don't want no problems, they ain't tripping. He's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Silky Slim said they say that now, you know what I'm saying, but when they get numbers, that's gonna change. But look, we just gonna keep you straight and keep you ready, you know what I mean, uh, I'll be back. So he leaves, you know what I'm saying, like 15 minutes later, you know what I'm saying, he comes back, he motherfucker hands me a motherfucking knife. He's like, look, keep this on you at all times. Okay. You know what I mean? So I don't know no better, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. This is the way it's going down. And so I was in there and excuse me, I get lost. I told you I'll be writing all this stuff down so that I can read it back to you, and sometimes I'll be going off on, adding extras and talking too much and getting distracted. So, just bear with me. Alright. So now I'm in the cell making the bed, and the homies all come in the cell. I turn and face them. True Dog, the non-active homie, I done slipped and said the name already, but so and Silky Slim. So Silky Slim hands me the knife, and I'm like, what the fuck? I look at it, it's like a nail. It's like if you've done any construction, a 16 penny nail is about yay long. So it's a nail, but the top piece is melted into the plastic of a melted toothbrush handle. And then that is all, wrapped real tight with string, like dental floss, or the string from the drawers with the nylon, and it's wrapped over and over and over. So it's it's thick and it's solid and it's firm. So if you hit somebody, you can do some damage. And they got the little waistbands with the elastic, all the gel pants. So every day that was it. I had my little, my little knife on me, and every day, get up, come out, play cards, dominoes, watch TV, chow, get on the phone, whatever, and this was the routine. It was just day after day after day, same crap, same crap. Every now and then, you go to court, or something else happens. Every now and then, you got once a week. There's that canteen day. The canteen day is comedy, because canteen day can lead to a whole lot of activities. But if you guys want to hear more, just stay tuned. I need y'all to hit that subscribe, hit that like, and hit that share. If you like the content, if you can share this with somebody, I'm trying to, pump up my numbers, and keep this going so I can keep putting out, some stories. I got some more stuff coming, just stick with me, and I'll see you on my next one. Holla.